Oh, well, my name is Fox Tonight's and Fox. And just before I start the review, yes, I do have more than one shirt. Just for all those who were worrying about that. And for you who worry that I'm just a Superman fan, don't worry. I have a Batman version. This is a dumb little joke for someone. It's just something. Someone that said, "Do you have any other shirts?" Yes, I do. Anyways, let me switch out of this shirt because I actually like wearing my Steven Universe shirt for this. But anyways, hello, well, my name is Fox Tonight's and Fox, and welcome back to another Star Wars: The Force of Evil review. You know what? Maybe this shirt is way better for this, if only because this works for the Steven Universe and Star vs. Evil, since Star. But anyways, this was the episode. Gosh dang it! But anyway, sorry about that. Gosh dang, I need to really freaking remember to look up the names. Even though I think they said at the beginning of the episode. But this was Collateral Damage. One, very world building, and two, probably some of the best jokes in this season. My lord, let me close that door. But yeah, I'm gonna say right now, if let's say this isn't world building with like the whole past of Echo Creek, this is still a very funny episode. This episode was actually really good. I wonder if the same writers wrote this one. But gosh dang, this episode was really awesome. For a quick synopsis, Star is with Jana, so it's Star and Jana in this episode, and Star and Jana are picking up garbage. Star is saying that she's doing this because she feels like she lost her identity, who she is, because of the history of the book, I guess. I don't know. I honestly couldn't follow that part for a bit. Like, you lost yourself because you lost your identity. What? Although I will say, like, I have, like, at least sometimes thought I lost, like, some of these. Like, each of these has, like, a story behind them, or at least history or a connection to something. So I can at least understand, losing one of those. And, like, it's something like an heirloom of someone's or something like that you don't want lost, that it has history in itself. Don't know if you lose yourself, you lose your own identity because of that, but whatever. But while Star's picking up the garbage with her wand, which she's using with her levitation spell, mind you. So that's actually, because you're just, waving her spell, wand around, picking things up. So it is actually cool seeing that she's actually is learning new spells, even like the Levitatus spell or whatever. Wingardium Leviosa, Levitatus. But yeah, so it is cool seeing that she actually is learning all those new spells, and I just love she's just going, Wingardium Leviosa, Wingardium Leviosa, she's just picking things up and just throwing them into the bin without really thinking about it, and then just accidentally throws in a possum. Also, I forgot to mention, Star says she's all messed up, and then Jenna goes, yeah, I'm all messed up too. And I'm just thinking, are you coming on to her? Nothing against that. Anyways, this is actually a pretty funny comic I found. This is actually a pretty funny comic I love that has Star kissing Jana and flipping Marco and Jackie off, and then Jana just going full in tongue and then just flipping them off double. It's like she has no context, just flip them off and kiss. I'm like, that's freaking hilarious, and I could love seeing. And that would be hilarious if that actually happened. It won't, but it's hilarious. Anyways, besides that bit, Star accidentally throws up the giant possum in front of the school. Why am I getting so many messages? Throws the giant possum from in front of the school into the dumpster, and it falls into the dumpster, goes boom, and Star's like, oh my god! They're looking there like everyone's like, oh, they're like, oh, don't worry, it's fine. Look at it, it's fine. Eye falls out. I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. Head falls off. I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny, but that's pretty funny. And then like it falls off, it rolls, and then I'm like, okay, you could probably still fix that. But then it crumbles, and then it starts breaking apart like in slices. So I'm cut it up, and then just turns to dust. I'm like, oh fudge. like that's. Like, I always say, like, I do say, like, some episodes, especially, like, in the beginning of Season 2, like, the bike one, you kind of saw where a lot of those jokes were going. These are jokes that we've seen before. The hero or main character breaks something important, or thinks they broke something important. They didn't break it, but then it turns out they either break it somehow by accident, or it actually is broken. It just breaks apart, like, you know, breaks in half or just crumbles into dust. This is a better way of doing that, showing because it didn't expect it to head to roll over, crumble, and then start breaking off in like slices. So that was hilarious. And then after that, she goes to the principal's office. The principal's like trying to say about the history he had with the possum, and then he's like, "The winters here are horrible." And like he has like that look, and then Star looks out the window and just sees moving, waving palm trees. I'm like, oh Lord. Like, that's a joke where, at least to me, like how I took the joke was, it's like Florida. That place ain't gonna snow anytime soon. If it does, the world is freaking ending. I think it snowed there like once, like a while ago. Whatever. But yeah, she look at it, she just sees like the palm trees, and I'm just like, if you did, it's kind of like a thing where like you kind of got to think about it a little bit, just be like, yeah, there's palm trees. What the fudge are you talking about? Those wouldn't be alive if there was a horrible winters here. But then again, they also went like, I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, but then like everyone's apparently like extremely depressed. Like these kids have a strong connection to their school, and it's just like, what the fudge. And as the episode keeps going, Star's like trying to figure out what the fudge to do, because everyone's like what the everyone's like not scared, but like just like depressed. And Star goes to find Marco. I just love it, like, Marco, like how last episode was all Marco's story and like Star popped in once. This is the same thing for this one. And even then, I like how they used Marco in this, because if you checked out my last video, I said like Marco is still has that mindset he had after post-Hekapoo, after Hekapoo. It's just, you know, how he developed in that world. And in this one, I feel like if this was season 1 Marco, this was pre-Hekapoo, this Marco would be on the exact same train as everyone else, crying, being depressed, and all that bullcrap. But in this one, he's like, these people are all freaking crazy. I'm hiding in the locker. I just find that hilarious. Marco's like, I'm staying away from them. They're crazy. I'm gonna hide here until everything all blows over. And I do love Star running to Marco trying to look for help. And then Marco also then saying, hey, like, he then talks about the backstory of Echo Creek or whatever. Apparently there's like a possum war between the settlers and stuff, and the settlers beat the possums and kicked the possums out, and then they made a statue to commemorate their win by making a statue of their enemy? Isn't that kind of like, you know, going to Auschwitz or wherever there's a concentration camp, kicking the Nazis out, and then building a statue of Hitler there? I don't know, but yeah, that's how I at least took it. It's just like, why do you put a statue of your enemy? But yeah, and also when they do this flashback, it's not like Echo Creek, like it's like flat land. There's like forest areas. There's no palm trees anywhere, so I don't know where this place is taking place or why it's pilgrimage, like, or the winters are so bad because there's palm trees. Maybe that's hinting at something. Maybe that is actually being subtle and hinting that something is making the weather hotter there, or something like that. Who knows? But that was funny. But then, actually, it was before that Star made a new statue of possum or whatever, and they're like, everyone's like, we don't like it because he doesn't have the gummy stuck under it, or the crazy stuff this, or as this one girl said, the kissing hole on it. And I'm pretty sure, you can tell me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure where she was standing was behind the butt. Again, I am hoping I'm wrong. Actually, no, I'm hoping I'm not, because that is freaking funny. That's right up there with that's right up there with fingerprints from Animaniacs. I don't think so. Or Aquaman's little fish in Batman Brave and the Bold. Oh Lord, look up dirty jokes for cartoons. It's freaking funny. In cartoons. But gosh dang it. But yeah, they get all angry about it. But then Marco talks about the history or whatever, and Star goes on like a speech saying, you don't need this possum to represent you or whatever. You are you. You don't need something else to say it's you or whatever. And she starts naming off like all the different things about all the characters. And also we see the Chinese cheerleader again. She appears again. And then also we have the mention of Marco's two friends saying, you guys are awesome being in the background. And you just see their hands come up in the background. We don't even see their faces. We just see hands up waving. And I'm just thinking, why aren't you showing their face? One, it is literally like Disney watched my reviews of this series and was like, fudge, these characters haven't appeared anywhere in this show for a while, huh? We should at least mention them at least once. We should at least mention them and show a little bit of animation to show they're still here. I'm just like, no, Disney, no. I know they didn't. Lord knows I know they didn't watch this. Not to mention how long it would take to make the episode. I think it takes about I would say, because it takes them, like, I think a half a year to make, like this long of animation. So, like, all of them together, so maybe it would take, like, 2 to 3 months to make. Yeah, anyways. But, yeah, that was actually, just, like, I was, like, laughing, like, no, Disney, no. You establish these characters. Show them off, because, I don't know, maybe they were in the background in a couple episodes. I didn't see them. The only time I actually noticed now that they're in the theme song, they're in the beginning. I didn't notice that. And I only noticed that because when I was watching it, the video started getting a little choppy to load, so it kind of froze on the one scene with them, like, oh look, there they are. But yeah, I was just like, fudge. And I don't know. This episode was actually pretty funny. And like they have like a whole like little montage when they all talking in Western talk, yeah. And like when they're explaining the past or whatever, they're saying that day the kids and teach staff of whatever destroyed that possum thing. And your rule. And also, I forgot to mention, like, there's this one, like, janitor just running around, like, it's the end of times! And there's a jock on the yard just going, woo! And I'm just like, every time that guy popped up, it was, like, random, so I got a laugh out of that, which was funny. I'm trying to think. Think. Star... First of all season. Trying to think. Fudge me. Star. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Like, even the point where, like, the janitor comes up again, like, when they're doing, like, the narration afterward and saying, the janitor said they should burn the school after the possum, destroying the possum, but Star said that wasn't a good idea. And then we all lived happily ever after. I don't know. Then they said something, and then, like, in the end, it's Star and Jana cleaning up the mess, and Star just starts talking in a southern accent. Jana's like, Star, stop it. She's like, no can do, Jana. No, seriously, quit it. No can do. We'll do this for today, tomorrow, forever. It's funny though. This episode also, this actually could be still somewhat world building, since you can make the comparison between how the people kicked the possums out of South Creek to the people of Mewnie kicking out the monsters. And you see like a possum at one point like hanging on a tree looking down, so you can actually make a comparison between the two. So actually this is a really good world building episode on itself as well. And again, Marco out of character, like post Hekapoo, I want to bring this up because some might not watch my other video, but I don't know why they would watch this one. But some of them haven't watched that one. But for this one, Marco still fits within the grounds, at least I think, of post-Hekapoo Marco. He's not crying. He's not whiny or whatever. He's still, like, even when he's talking about, again, people are crying where he's like, Star, why did you do this? Or some crap like that. No, it is still this Marco where he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to cry and deal with all these. I'm just going to hide in this locker. It's a funny way to do it, but it's a funny way to avoid it, but still. And even, like, on the point where, like, he goes, like, saying, like, people rub the possum for good luck and this, and some people just wonder what the heck is a possum. And just Marco looking at them like... But yeah, this episode is good. This episode is really good. We got some funny Jana moments in the beginning, especially when, like, she stabs a dude's burger and says it's trash. And he says something that rhymes with, like, what she's rhyming with or whatever, like, stabbing trash with this. I forgot what exactly was it. There was a cartoon on Cartoon Network. Maybe it was Dexter's Laboratory. It was one of them. It was one episode where, like, someone was picking up trash and they had, like, the pointy stick. And I'm like, I want that. I know I want that only so I can stab things with. Not like in a weird, like, stab you. No, I mean, like, I just like the idea of, like, pick up trash. Yeah, just stabbing it. But yeah, I haven't even seen the. I don't think I've ever seen that ever. Anyways, But anyways, pretty good episode. One really good world building, because now that I think about it, it is probably going to connect more into how Mewnie's kicked out monsters, how the settlers kicked out the possums. Showing, this kind of happens in almost a lot, in many dimensions. But yeah. But tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out more videos that I've done, please click the link description below to check out other videos. And trying to think of how I should end this, but yeah, I guess I could just do a terrible southern accent. I guess we all see you all in the next video. Also, there's links there for more videos, but we will see you later.